Xin mời ông Nguyễn Hoài Tưởng, Giám đốc Khối Chuyển đổi số, kiêm Giám đốc Trung tâm Big Data và AI, đại diện HVA.
Hello everyone. Just maybe I speak in Vietnamese later, but quickly I am Nguyễn Hoài Tưởng from HVA Group. Previously, you have representation from Mr. Lê Hòa Nhã. Basically, we work on the infrastructure for the startup in fintech, and so that we hope that for this panel we can focus on blockchain, one of the biggest technology for fintech. We apply them for big public sector.
For the next thing, I want to ask Mr. Tưởng about, basically Vietnam is pushing forward to become the digital government initiative. So in your view, where does blockchain fit into this national strategy, and how soon could we see live system using it?
Yeah, thank you. As I mentioned, blockchain is one of the technology, the core technology for fourth and industrial revolution, right? So Vietnam is not only for digital transformation strategy, but also Vietnam open the opportunity for other investors or other startup come to Vietnam. We join not only the movement for Vietnam startup or Vietnam innovation, but we join the international community. Blockchain is one of the protocol, right? Especially blockchain is positioned as the way we store data and we share data securely, right? That's why blockchain, when we use, we can prove the trust of the data we use. And on the processes like in agriculture, for example, right now we track the product like on the export or import.
Yes.
It should be certified before going to the global market, right? So that's why Vietnam, I think it's not only the strategy for blockchain, but also globally we have big data, AI, blockchain, and cloud computing. Why I mentioned about cloud computing? Because when you see the cloud technology, we have all the things with as a service, right? So we can use these servers easily and reusable. And from our perspective for HVA, we see the whole benefit from this kind of as a service. Because in our group, we invest in different startups, in different topics. But if we separately build our startup without any common infrastructure, this could be not a optimization for the cost and even for the infrastructure. That's why I think Da Nang, thank you very much for the center from Đức Anh and the guy that I would like to mention, Mr. Thuong, he mentioned about big data, the data where we can store and we share data. So that's why HVA, we work closely with Da Nang to build the infrastructure. It's not only for storing data, but also for hosting the startup with the standard, just like Solana or other startup. He will solidly the infrastructure to scale up. It's not only for Vietnam market, right? For when we have the huge number of users, the application should be scalable, and that's why blockchain, I think, is the key. Again, technology, but also not only for public sector, right? But public sector can be gave the trustee for the international investors.
So for the government right now, we think that how we can do the action plan and also ship all of that from this policy and sandbox or even pilot stage, right, into the action plan. We talk about so many benefits and also the potential of the country and the city already. But the next is what is difficulty or barrier, and what is the thing that we need to, learn from other country that we don't do it in Vietnam or Da Nang. Maybe each of you just can give like one example that we can learn from other country or other cities what we shouldn't do to skip all the barrier or challenges and overcome that in Vietnam and Da Nang City.
As quickly, I think it is from my experiences, especially from previous presentation from HVA. You remember that we are here to take action. So the idea that Da Nang is, even for Vietnam, we have a lot of plan, right? I have my foreign, international friend. They are expert from other country. They see that Vietnam have a lot of strategy. So big plan for 2030 or 50, right? So the idea for any strategy, we have two ways, from top down or bottom up. So top down, we have a strategy and ready, right? So we need to think about the bottom up, what we can do. So sandbox is one of the way we see that what we can do in the sandbox. But the way I see a lot of program here, even in Da Nang, you remember we have Da Nang chain, right? So the plan we have ready, but we haven't taken action really for deliver. So if we think Da Nang is a startup, so please give the challenge for this startup, right? Okay, so if you have challenge, give us. So HVA on the startup, he come to solve problem solver, right? So public sector, we have some 20, right? 27 challenge from the government. It is strategy, the national strategy we have for Vietnam. And how about Da Nang? Da Nang, I really appreciate each strategy you work with different experts to build the strategy for Da Nang. The plan, the national for Da Nang. And from there, I think the experience from international community, we bring the solution. Maybe we cannot solve the local problem with the global solution. But, from the experience of Vietnam War, you see that Vietnamese people can create the local solution. And actually, Da Nang here open for this kind of local solution. I hope not only in Da Nang, but bring other actors come here to take action.
Thank you. Thank you very much.